Britain Briefing sheet for the Treaty of Versailles negotiations. Congratulations, Britain. You have found yourself on the victorious side in World War One. You now need to realise that winning the war is not quite the same as winning the peace. You need to negotiate with diplomats from America and France to gain the most advantageous terms in the Treaty of Versailles as possible for your country. Firstly, the British public want you to insert a clause that Germany is responsible for all the damage of the war. This will if agreed, will win you 5 points. The German army. You quite understandably want the German army to be reduced in size. But unlike other countries, you need the German army to have some soldiers in order to prevent Germany itself disintegrating after the war and to prevent Russia from attacking Germany from the east. Your fear of communism in the Soviet Union is almost as great as your fear of Germany was during the war. You will lose 5 points for each 100,000 men over 200,000 men in the German army, but lose 5 points if the German army is reduced too much. Airplanes are particularly worrying for you because Britain can be attacked from the air. You will lose 10 points for each 100 aeroplanes that the Germans are permitted to have. The German Navy is a problem. You want to rule the waves. That is Britannia's right. When you set the size of the German Navy, lose 3 points for each battleship and 10 points for each submarine that you are forced to allow the Germans to have. The Rhineland is the industrial heartland of Germany. Again, you do not disagree with reducing German power, but Germany needs to have an industrial base strong enough to keep it strong to prevent communist Russia, the Soviet Union, from invading in the east. If the Rhineland is split up, you will lose points, and if it's made independent, you will also lose points. Be aware that France was invaded from the Rhineland, and the French in particular will be very fearful about allowing the Germans to keep it. Reparations, or the debt that Germany will have to pay. The British public insist that the Germans pay some reparations, but too much reparations, too much debt, will cripple the German economy, and Germany is one of Britain's principal trading partners. If the German economy is destroyed, people in Britain will suffer. Score 1 point for each billion up to 6 billion that Germany is punished with debt by, but lose a point for each billion over 6 billion. The territorial adjustments in Europe are set out to make sure that Germany can be contained, but also that France does not allow it to become too strong. Other allies that helped Britain win the war will also need to be rewarded. The League of Nations? You are not hostile to this notion, but you probably think it will be a waste of time. You do not mind which way the decision goes on the League of Nations. Germany will be forbidden to unite with Austria. Again, you do not really care. And Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia, again, you do not really care on the outcome. In this activity, it will be necessary to make compromises. Without compromise, there will be no treaty. But I remind you once again, you will win if the terms of the Treaty of Versailles are most favourable to you.